Ooh, a little Led Zeppelin to start this one out. It's pretty good.
Hello.
Candace,
Hi.
good morning.
I suppose it is morning for you. Good
Actually, I
morning.
was going to say that. It's morning for me. It might be afternoon
Yeah.
for you. Where are you, Candace?
Yep. I am in Minnesota. It's about 1:45 in the
Okay,
afternoon.
right on. So, I'm glad I have a little time before work this morning to address this very important topic, my favorite of all.
Yeah.
Started off right. So, this one is, in my understanding, is associated with some prenatal nutrition.
Yes.
What else is going on, Candace?
Oh, I don't know. Just a whole bunch of stuff.
How far along are
Trying
you?
to get healthy. I'm about 8 weeks and a couple of days now.
Are you
So
married, Candace?
I am not married. No, this was a surprise.
So is it too personal to ask, is the gentleman still in the picture?
Yes, he is. Yep.
And is he being supportive?
Very. Yes.
Excellent. That's really great then. Good. That gives me a
Yeah.
foundation of where you're at a little bit. Can I ask how old you are, Candace?
I am 35.
Excellent. Excellent age to be having a little one. Okay, so what are some of the issues you'd like to address today?
Just being overall healthy, getting the most nutrients. Here in Minnesota, I'm a little bit, um, I don't want to say deficient, but it's a little more difficult to find the fresher fruits sometimes. I do have a co-op that's about 20 minutes away, which is wonderful. So I usually try and go there. But just like um, basic like juices that I can make, not necessarily for detox, but just for general nutrition to feed the little one that's growing,
Mm-hmm.
and as well as for myself. But just to start this little person off with the best that I can possibly do. And I'm not completely off meat yet. I'm working my way towards that. So
Okay, hopefully you're eating organic, hormone-free animal products.
I do buy stuff at the co-op that is usually free range and hormone free. So
Okay, how often is there animals flesh?
I'm gonna say 2 or 3 times a week. Um,
Okay.
I've been really called to fruit ever since I found your channel.
Hmm.
I've been more and more being called to fruit and vegetables. So
How long have you been aware of the work that I'm doing?
I think about 2 years, maybe 1.5,
Okay,
but I
cool.
think about 2 years now. Yeah.
Excellent. So you're eating more fruits and vegetables.
Yes. Yep.
Well,
Body's
that's
just been craving them. I've just been wanting them.
of
So
course. And the reason is because that is where human beings find the most biologically available minerals.
yeah.
And that is what builds a healthy endocrine system, and a healthy endocrine system with a broad a range of minerals is what builds a healthy baby. You know. So it's really the absorption of minerals that are the key. And obviously the plants, the fruits and the plants, the herbs take up the elements from the soil, and with the water that's within the fruits and the herbs, it delivers those minerals in various formulations or ratios through the GI tract into the bloodstream, and then the bloodstream delivers the minerals to the various cells, organs, and tissues in the body, so that a human being can be, as you know, minerals conduct electricity through the body and give life. So, and the enzymes in the raw foods is what allows the minerals to be absorbed and utilized and assimilated properly. So that's why I promote the consumption of as much raw fruits, fresh, organic, mineral rich, tree ripe, locally as possible fruits and herbs. So that's the little background there for you, Candace, and everyone else. I'm sure you heard that before. So were there any real issues, or was this more of a calling out to me just to make sure that you're doing things at the highest level possible?
I guess I really didn't have concerns, just because I have, not that I'm an expert or anything close to that, but I've watched a lot of your videos, and I don't remember if I mentioned I did get your package probably, I think it might have been a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago now, where you had the sale for like $77, and then we got like your whole library or something like that. But I did buy that, and I watched all of those, and I need to do that again. But just maybe if there was anything additional, I didn't know if there would be anything additional, like certain plants that are more optimal, or herbs, or anything.
Well,
I guess that's kind of what I was asking.
yeah, I think you're already on track as far as
Okay.
the consumption of as much. It's summertime, so you've got a good thing right now, especially at this at the early
Yeah.
stages, to really start building the foundation with some of the summer fruits, melons, certain things like corn and vegetables are going to be a lot more available right now, I imagine, than at other times of the year, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, because it's summertime and living raw is easy. So, really getting as much organically grown fruits and herbs in your diet, some healthy fats like avocados and coconut, I think, is one of the best. Hemp seed is
That's not
also,
coconut.
yeah, hemp seed is also really, really good. And that's going to cover your bases there. The other most important elements is your thoughts and emotions. It'll be the making sure that you steer clear from stress as much as possible. So how is that right now? Because that's the key to a healthy, happy child.
Everything is really good. I have been doing the last, 9, 10 years I've been working on myself, just stuff that happened in my childhood, past major relationship ending, and just trying to um, see the good that's in my life and work on that and just be grateful for everything that I have. So the mental aspect is really good. Like, I know it wasn't when I first found out. I found out that I was pregnant 2 days after my wonderful little dog got hit by a car, and that was really hard. But I kind of looked at that experience as, well, I was lucky to have known that little dog, and that little dog prepared me for what I have been told is going to be something so amazing that I can't even imagine. So I have been trying to, I shouldn't say trying, I have been keeping my outlook, my thoughts, my emotions just on a high level of happiness, gratitude, and just good. Looking for the good and seeing the good in everything, no matter what happens. So.
You see, and if the rest of the world understood that, see, that's the most important thing right there in this life when it comes to prenatal nutrition or the understanding of human life. Now, there are generational curses, is what it's called. I will call them generational opportunities to be a cycle breaker. But there is also in this moment the opportunity for a human mother to choose the divine thoughts, to become aware of what she's thinking and feeling, knowing that every cell in that child's brain and nervous system is being programmed and set upon a trajectory which could create happiness, joy, and an avatar of love, or someone who has to suffer and move through great trial and adversity, which one isn't better than the other. But if you love your child, you'll set that child on a trajectory of calmness, faith, peacefulness, gratitude, and all those divine qualities, which that's the gift of being a mother, is that you can actually program a little life to have the most amazing experience in this world. So you're preparing yourself and another vehicle for a soul to come in that's going to have a healthy body and healthy thoughts. Because too many of us have mothers that are afraid, that feel stuck, they're not sure they like the guy, their nutrition is bad, the stress is high, they're in the wrong place, they're on drugs, they've had a bad childhood and they never dealt with their subconscious issues. And then whoonk, out comes this little mess, you know, because the world does not understand that that little child's brain and nervous system is being programmed with whatever the mother is thinking and feeling to prepare it to come into, because nature is assuming that we must prepare this child for what the mother is experiencing. So if it's a time of war and the mother's going through that, the child needs to be prepared to come into a world that's at war. And so the mother is thinking and feeling that way unless she's aware that this war is going to end and I need to be very conscious of how I'm programming this child, because this war will end and I don't want this to be a war-torn baby. So in other words, that's what I'm saying. This is the most important thing in the entire world for people to understand, that if you're going to procreate, you must do your absolute very best to be conscious and aware of what you're doing to that child before it even has a chance, before it's even born. From the very moment and even prior to conception, you are creating a trajectory with your own life. Like your grandma began the trajectory, but now you have choices to make. You can give up drugs, you can give up junk food, you can give up stress, and you can really learn to love that baby. And you can read the right books, and you can listen to the right music, and you can expose yourself to art and beauty, and like you already mentioned, the divine virtues like gratitude and love. These are the most important things, above and beyond diet. Obviously, cheeseburgers, Kentucky Fried Chicken, junk, toxic soda pops, white sugar, processed grains, all that junk, that's fairly obvious. But a little bit of organic meat or whatever, I'm not the vegan police, and there's worse things that you can do, like the nasty soda pops that have the toxic garbage that just destroys people, or heavy metal pollution and stress. So the ultimate thing that you can do, and anybody watching this video who's interested in creating healthy, beautiful, happy, buoyant, joy-filled children, is to expose yourself to art, is to expose yourself to the geniuses like Mozart and the great literature and the best, most highest vibrational, nutrient-dense, mineral-rich, high-water fruits, and relaxation and closeness with the person who's helped you to create this child, and exposing yourself to goodness, because that goodness is what the child will become. So many people suffer because their brain and their subconscious mind is programmed with self-criticism, doubt, guilt, shame, because that's what the mom and the dad felt. So that's one of the hugest things I've ever seen, and now in my own personal experience, sounds like you too, Candace, probably everybody watching, your mama and daddy were not Mary and Joseph. Because Mary and Joseph, and I've read the stories, they were on point. And the Essenes knew what they were doing when it came to procreation. I come from a line of Essenes, and they knew what they were doing. We can consciously create avatars. We can consciously create geniuses if we want. And you have that opportunity, Candace, and so does every mother-to-be out there, to love that child and to program them with genius, so they don't have to come into the world suffering, and then they have to, now there's nothing wrong with taking all the compost of family dysfunction and turning it into something beautiful, like I would say that I have done myself, but yet still behind the scenes are those quiet moments of you know, it's almost like the world is in a like a silent suffering. You know, a lot of people have that. It's the quiet desperation of the guy who thinks one more day at this fucking cubicle because I don't have faith in myself, because my mother didn't program me with faith in my subconscious mind to go out into this world and to be able to be free. He feels like he has to be in the cubicle because that's his only choice. And the silent desperation and the a fear of what people think. All these things, Candace, can be addressed by you right now to the best of your ability. Do you see the gift in what it's like to be a mother?
It's,
Amazing.
put it that way. I haven't thought of it that way. It's wow.
Then I'm glad. Then I am glad that you called, because I hope I'm making a video now, but I hope that because that's the thing I've thought about more than anything else. I can't go back. None of us can go back and say, I wish my mom was more mature or would have helped me. We got to live with what we got. But if I could make one video and like your child comes out in a better way because of this time we spent this morning, my whole life will be complete. Because I want your child to be happy, to not have to suffer, to have confidence, to be programmed with confidence and genius and faith. And remember, watch this video over and over and tell yourself and feel the faith in God, that God will take care of everything. And then that faith will become a part of that child's brain and nervous system and automatically respond to life with faith. And create joy with your partner and your family and say, hey, find somebody, your friends, and say, hey, let's create joy today. And laugh. And when you laugh, that baby's tissues and brain and nervous system are programmed for laughter instead of so much heaviness and pain that so many of my brothers and sisters, every day I talk to them on the phone, my friends in real life, the addictions. The people are, even the most brilliant, brightest people, Dan, they're geniuses, but they call me like, I don't know how to quit smoking weed. Because they have an addictive personality which comes out of, and I know this because my whole family line, right down the line. But I am sober. And the last thing for me, Candace, is like food. And I'm even getting over that. Just through like the process of yesterday, going on a liquid diet. I wanted to eat, but I didn't need to. So even using food to help me to deal with the things I'm going through is something that is a bit of an addiction, because the liquids satisfied my nutritional needs because they're so concentrated from the garden. So we're trying to satisfy our nutritional needs by eating the most nutrient dense foods, but also break any addictions, any habits that are going to bring us down, and move into, I'll tell you, Candace, I'm into it now, but it's the laws of nature and the law of God. So the laws of nature, if we have reverence for those and we learn what those are, to eat simply and moderately and in a very high state of awareness. Every bite, if you think, really, watch this video, and every bite that you take can be a bite that adds to the beauty and the wellness of that child, brought with an intention and awareness. Each bite, you can say to yourself, I am feeding my child with life. You know, I'm building a foundation for a strong child. And your thoughts and the energy will go right into that fetus and build the most beautiful, powerful, strong baby with whatever divine qualities that you see fit. Each bite can be a bite that builds faith in the child. You're growing a life. I think it's a miracle. I think this type of information is my absolute favorite to share because this is what's going to make a difference. You know,
Yeah.
this is. I think this is the. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna cry.
But it's powerful, and I think you're getting it. And I think that there's going to be a couple people out here on the video land who are going to get it too. And then my job will be complete because this is my favorite subject of all time. What's next, Candace?
um, I'm not quite sure.
Okay, I think you got it. I think we got the essence of it. The shorter we keep the video, the more views. But that video is for you, Candace,
Yeah.
to watch
Thank
again and
you.
again because I believe that you will have times when there will be some stress or some fears or some worries. I want you to come back to this video, put on a comedy, go for a walk in nature, a lot of fresh air. If you can remember one thing on the nutritional side, fresh air and sunlight. Lots of oxygen. Nice, gentle walking and a little bit of proper stretching, prenatal stretching to keep yourself opened up. There's videos on yoga for pregnancy that's very gentle. That would be a good thing to do. And meditation would be beautiful to sit for 5 or 10, 15, or as long as you can. The more you sit quietly and focus on what you want to bring into yourself by sitting quietly and focusing on whatever divine qualities. If you want to create an engineer, you can. If you want to create a doctor, you can. But I'm talking about a genius. You expose yourself to that information, you channel that in through your meditation, and you just think the word faith. I have faith. And I am delivering faith to my baby. You know? And only the most brightest people are going to understand this today. And it makes a huge difference.
It really does. It really does. And I just, it's mind blowing to think of how this will actually affect this child. It's just, oh,
We did a
it's
good
one
one.
thing to think about it, and then it's another thing to have somebody physically say it to you and be like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought about this a lot. I mean, I would say that if I were to do it again, I can't go back, you know? But I'm just saying, none of us can go back. But all of us we can bring this type of consciousness because I've read a lot about the creation of superhumans and I know how to do it. And it's nature and it's aligning with the laws of nature and it's aligning with the divine laws of consciousness by bringing in those divine virtues, which is love and peace and joy and bliss and ease. So we're dropping our shoulders, we're relaxing. The more you can relax, Candace, the better you're going to be. Yes, a little gentle exercise, breathing, a little stretching, nothing vigorous or crazy. I mean, even a little bit of, weightlifting is fine with some 5 pound,
Yeah.
10 pound dumbbells to keep some tone and some blood flow is fine. Nothing crazy at the gym or no vigorous like 20-mile bike rides or anything like that. But, well, even that wouldn't be bad if it was a gentle, 20 miles is a bit for most people, but I'm just saying like some nice
Yeah.
gentle exercise in nature, getting a lot of sunlight. But the main thing is to stay calm and relaxed because when you're calm and when you're relaxed, that's number one, when the body can heal itself. And number two, that's when the body can really grow a beautiful child within you. So if you get stressed out, come back to this video or go listen to some relaxing music, lay on the bed and let go of the stress. Just breathe into it and let it go and think how important it is to be relaxed. Close your eyes, go get a foot massage at a Chinese place for $20 or whatever it takes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we did a great job on that one because that's just the most important information this world needs,
Yeah.
is that right there.
I haven't seen any. Like I have been looking, and like I said in my
Well, you got it. You're the lucky lottery winner of the day, and I'm glad that you are. And so I'm gonna end the video now so that it's nice and short, and so more people will watch it. And nice and short, 25 minutes. DTM, what's up, baby? So thanks, Candace. Let me know how things go, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate it.
Stay in touch with me about this one. If anything comes up, just call me.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Okay, God bless you, Candace, and your child.
Thank you. Thank you.
Peace. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It is the absolute most important information, I think. And I know that some people don't understand this, but for those of you that do and did understand this, thank you. God bless you and your child. You know what I'm saying? All right, now. Peace.